Next, the phone will ring and there will be nobody there. And finally, the hash-slinging slasher arrives in the ghost of the bus that ran him over. Then he exits the bus and crosses the street without looking both ways because he's already dead. Then he taps on the window with his grisly spatula hand.
No!
He opens the door. He slowly approaches the counter. And you know what he does next?
What?
You really want to know?
What?
Are you sure you want to know?
What did they do?
Well, boys, he's here. He's actually here, and no map, no survivor, but you got two costumes. You got a white one, and you got the black one.
I think we did a pretty good job so far.
You got a new perk. The other two never gonna be used, probably. I don't see a use for them.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
To be completely honest though, while everybody's whining and crying and complaining about this killer and this chapter as a whole, I'm actually really enjoying him, and I think this is like the most fun I've had as a killer in a long time in Dead by Daylight. This is actually a really fun person to play as, and I'm just thinking he's getting buffs, so there's no reason to like complain more. The devs already know that they're gonna have to buff him. And with that being said, it's probably gonna be a cheaper chapter too, so overall I actually really enjoy this chapter so far. It's only been like 3 days, I think, 2 days. So basically everyone's complaining about his power right now. It's a little hard to get his exposed status effect off when you stalk people with him, and everybody's complaining that it's way too hard, but actually I don't even think it's that hard right now. I know they're gonna buff him even more. The way everybody I see them playing as him, I think that everybody's playing him wrong, because you're supposed to be playing and thinking like a survivor in a way. And I'm going to show that off in today's video. The way I play him is completely different than I see other people playing him, and a lot of people still haven't even gotten a single exposed status effect off. But if you play him like how I teach right here, I think he's an overall pretty good killer, and he's getting even stronger, so that's a good benefit, because he definitely has some weak sides. Like, he's not stealthy like he should be, but still, it's not the hardest thing to... He's not the hardest person to play as compared to like Freddy. Everybody's calling him worse than Freddy, worse than Leatherface. I don't think he is at all. Sure, you have to change up the entire way you play the game usually, because usually as a killer you just go after them. You don't have to lose a chase. I mean, you do sometimes with certain perks and stuff, but you don't have to. With him, you have to lose a chase, crouch around stuff, hide on the edges of the map. Play very differently with him. That's what I've been picking up as I play him a bunch in the PTB. So the PTB right now takes like 30 minutes to queue up per killer match. Not as survivor, but just as a killer, because everybody's trying to play as Ghostface right now. So I got only 3 matches to show off right here, but each one after the other, I got all 4 people in all of them. And I didn't even use that many strong perks at all. I'm going to be showing exactly how you're supposed to play this killer. Now, to be fair, this is the 2nd day of the PTB, or 3rd day? Actually, 3rd day of the PTB. They haven't changed anything about him yet, so this is Ghostface as soon as he released. This is the bottom tier of the bottom tier that he'll get. He'll just get buffs from here. So this is playing with him in the high ranks, not the red ranks, but still pretty high ranks, and getting 4-man wins. Like, this is still when he's bugged. The devs have said in the dev stream today, he is not supposed to be able to get out of stealth that quickly, and they're gonna be changing that. The stealth noises he makes, he's not supposed to be making those. He might even start in stealth, which would be a big buff to him, because just like Wraith starts cloaked. You don't have to hear the bell knowing that you're going up against Wraith, but with the Ghostface, you do know you're going up against him because he doesn't start in it, and he makes a loud screeching noise like a bird.
On all levels except physical?
I'm a bird.
Whenever he goes into stealth. But yeah, after all the changes, he's gonna be even stronger than I show off right here. But yeah, let's just go into the first game. Okay, so to start off, I'm just gonna play through these clips. There's 3 different games that I played, which is the rest of this video. So we had a 5-minute intro, actually pretty long intro. I don't know why I made it 5 minutes, but the rest is gonna go up to like 40 something, 45 minutes of just raw gameplay. and I'll stop at certain moments and talk about what I'm doing in that part, just to go over what you're doing wrong as Ghostface and how you can improve, and use some of these techniques that I've learned just playing as him a little while. I noticed already, like, a lot of people are complaining they can't get the exposed off. That's not all his power is about, and I'll show that through this gameplay. The exposed status effect is not the biggest part. It's like Myers' power. The exposed is there to help, but you can also use his like tier 1 to help you in a lot of situations. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this gameplay play out, and I'll talk about certain moments that come up. Okay, so right here you can see that I'm crouching, and that's just because I have his add-on on that causes hemorrhage while crouched. You have to like crouch for 2 seconds and then hit someone and they get the hemorrhage effect. That's the only reason I did that. Crouching actually slows you down a lot, so you don't want to do that in a chase. Unless you're trying to like mind game them around a pallet or something. Right here, I'm getting a little bit campy, just watching them on the hook. But that's kind of fine as him, because you're supposed to stalk the survivors. I know a lot of people will hate you camping. Just get far enough away where they can't detect you, because there's a detection range of how far they can detect you. And you can actually stalk farther than that, so as long as you're far enough away, you can still get off the exposed. And you do want to keep chasing them while stalking, because it refills the meter, as you'll see in later clips coming up. But yeah, just keep on stalking. It refills their meter back up to the full 20 seconds. I didn't actually catch up to them in time because I lost them, but you'll usually be able to do that. Okay, and what I'm doing right here is something you want to do a lot as Ghostface. Try to get like the high ground. Try to get in sneaky spots where people won't be aiming their camera. So I got up in this building. You can still peek through windows. You can peek through little cracks in walls. Just anything you can try to sneak around and be sneaky about where you don't think they'll be looking. Because usually survivors won't look up in big towers and stuff like that. So that's exactly what I did right there. Exposed her and one-shot her. And that's something you want to do a lot as Ghostface. Alright, another thing you want to do as Ghostface is, it might not look like I'm doing a lot right here, but I'm actually looking for a good hook to put them at. Positioning is everything as him, like actually everything when you're trying to get your exposed off. So finding a good hook that has a lot of open space where you can view where they're going to come and unhook the person at, you're going to want to get that good positioning off. So finding a good hook out in the open, usually the ones on hills are really good too. Just look for a hook so you can watch it. Okay, now what I'm doing right here is something that I said at the beginning. Just go in stalk. You don't have to actually be sneaky. I'm just looking for the hatch. But while in stalk mode, it's going to help a lot because if the person does detect you, you know they're nearby looking at you. And it also will give a detection indicator if they're close enough and show the exact direction that they're in. If you get no indicator, they're either far away or in front of you in some hidden spot. And yeah, that's it for that match. So we'll go into the next one. Okay, so straight off the start right here, they'll most likely be nerfing this or changing it, because I know Object of Obsession doesn't even work on Myers tier 1, or the pig when she's in stealth. But it works on Ghostface right now, but this is also the PTB, so it's probably just a bug, and they'll be fixing it. But I see this person's running that, and that completely counters my ability, so I kind of just put them in the basement and camp it until they're dead. So you usually don't have to do that in a match, but when you see someone using a perk that'll completely counter you as a killer, you're gonna have to just camp them out. Especially if it's object, because this is game breaking. There's no other perk that really can do this though. Right here I figured I might as well go after someone else, because I noticed I had the new perk in the game where if I kill the obsession, the perk goes away. So I wanted to get them to rescue her at least one time, even though I'd come back and kill her because she has Object of Obsession. But yeah, she did get rescued, so the obsession changed, so I got to keep the perk the rest of the match, which was actually very useful. And now that the Object of Obsession abuser was gone, I was able to go into stealth and just use Ghostface how he's meant to be played. Okay, so right here, I'm just getting in position. I know she's hooked in a pretty open area, and I can hide far away and expose the person that unhooks her and herself. So I do that, I lean, because leaning stocks a lot faster. And this is going to be even better once he's out of PTB. They said it'll be a lot faster. Just everything about him is going to be easier to do and better. Okay, so right here, notice I'm not going straight to where they just unhooked the Claudette at, because I already know they're going to be expecting me to come from over there, so you want to kind of go around, hug the edge of the map, be sneaky, and then try to expose somebody. I don't think I get one off right here, but that's basically what you want to do as him, ride the edge of the map. At this point, I already knew I was going to win the game. I'm just doing the stalk effect and being stealthy for fun now. I already know she's injured, so it's not going to do much stalking, but you get some extra points, so I guess that's a little benefit of it. So right here I'm just showing that even though they already have the exposed effect, and I don't really need to put it on her since she's injured, you can keep stalking and making the bar go up. As you can see in the bottom left, her exposed bar keeps refilling all the way back up to 20 seconds. And they'll probably make the time longer, but this is a benefit that you can do. Just keep on stalking them and you'll just keep getting more and more time. Okay, so right here at the beginning of the match, of course, there's these giant tractors. That's the highest of the high ground that you can get on this map, so I of course go up there, try to get the high ground. There are maps that don't work for certain killers. Like, certain killers have weaknesses on certain maps, but on these maps with tall stuff that you can get on top of and stock off of, it's very helpful. So I get this Claudette stocked and exposed. And once that timer is increased from 20 seconds to however much they're going to increase it to, probably like 60 or 40 seconds, it'll be a lot better. But yeah, I couldn't chase her right here because there was a couple pallets that she threw down. So right now there's just a lot of M1ing going on. I'm not really being stealthy. But I try to hook her out in the crop field so I can stalk from the tractor. But it ends up she's just like looking at me the entire time, so there's really no point of stalking. Which I do hope they change. They're probably gonna buff that part of him as well, making it so hooked survivors can't watch you and break you out of your ability. So I hope that changes. So as I said earlier, right here, I'm doing exactly what I said, which is getting good positioning, because positioning as him is actually everything. You just want to get in a good spot, camp a little bit. If you're far enough away where people won't complain about camping, you're just watching an area. But that's kind of what he does. He just watches over, exposes people that are in that area. And this Claudette was completely oblivious, and I stuck up behind her and stabbed her. Okay, for this end part, I showed this off already in the intro of the video, but this is a really good play that I made. Just being stealthy, even though he emits like a very loud ghostly noise when you're trying to be stealthy. I actually ended up pulling it off, and when that's nerfed, I mean not nerfed, when that's buffed, he's not gonna make as much noise, so this will happen a lot more to a lot more people. But this is basically what you want to do. She thinks you're over there, you go in stealth, sneak around the entire map, all the way to the other side behind her, and you just stay crouched and then sneak up behind them and one hit them. So yeah, all that is basically what you want to do as Ghostface. When he gets buffed, it'll be even easier. He'll be a lot better. He's not the best right now, but he's not worth complaining about when they already said that he's getting buffed. And this is going to be exactly how you're going to want to play as him. Sneaky, stealthily, not just going after people and continuing chases and getting looped, like I see a lot of people doing right now. You have to crouch around, you have to think like a survivor, play like a survivor, think where their camera will be. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one if I do make another video, because I haven't made one in 3 months, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one.